The local election in Barcelona is set to be one of the harshest political battles to be fought next year, and parties are already picking their contenders. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. May 26th, 2019. On this day, citizens in Catalonia's municipalities are summoned to elect their mayors. But no town is likely to see such a contested battle as Barcelona. Today, one of the country's main pro-independence parties changed its candidate, and its allies responded by calling for a broad coalition to win the capital. We'll also explain how Catalonia is dealing with the arrival of migrant minors and the services they require. And stay with us to learn how to make the best of la Mercè, Barcelona's patron saint and one of the biggest parties of the year. The election of Ada Colau as Barcelona mayor in 2015 came as a big surprise. Formerly an anti-eviction activist and a newcomer to institutional politics, her victory made her one of Barcelona's most notable politicians. Keeping her post, though, won't be easy, especially if the local election becomes a local battlefield between pro-independence and unionist parties.
Who will be the next mayor of Barcelona? With the local elections set for May next year, the race to dethrone Ada Colau is already heating up. Today, the candidate who was predicted to contest Colau for first place at the ballot box stepped aside. His most likely successor is Ernest Maragall, the Foreign Affairs Minister and a colleague in the pro-independence Esquerra party. He is also the brother of Pasqual Maragall, one of the city's most outstanding mayors who governed Barcelona during the Olympic Games in 1992. The leadership change in ERC has prompted their main allies to propose, once again, that the pro-independence parties join forces in order to win the city council.
Insistim que la capital del país ens sembla que s'hauria d'afrontar des de la unitat total de l'independentisme des de bon principi.
Not a few voices in the independence camp have urged political parties to unite in the quest to gain control of Catalonia's capital. Esquerra, though, has always been reluctant to do so. We'll see if this changes with the new candidate. Meanwhile, the most notable name on the unionist side continues to be Manuel Valls, France's former prime minister and a very vocal critic of the independence movement. The main unionist party in Catalonia, Ciutadans, has offered him to be their candidate. But he has bigger aims, a cross-party ticket encompassing members of other political groups. Whatever his plans might be, Valls will announce them on Tuesday next week. In the meantime, Valls has not been shy in offering some hints on his plans via social media.
It's clear that parties both for and against independence are willing to bring their political battle to the local level. But how is this competition affecting Catalan society? The Foreign Affairs Minister of Spain paints a grim picture of the situation, but Catalan government officials dispute his vision of reality.
When Mr. Torra said, we are a single people, som un sol poble. Who is part of these people? I am part of this single people. It will take a long. It will take very long. If we are successful, it can take 20 years.
El poble català està unit, està cohesionat, és pacífic, és plural, i que sigui plural el poble català és precisament una de les fortaleses. És divers i sempre hem viscut i sempre hem conviscut en aquesta diversitat.
Puc entendre que els hi molesti les pancartes, les banderes, les manifestacions públiques de suport als presos polítics que existeixen. Puc entendre moltes d'aquestes coses. El que no comparteixo i el que, per tant, denunciaré és que no siguem una societat cohesionada.
A year ago, footage of the Catalan referendum on independence was seen on TVs all around the world. Watch out, because they might be coming back to your screen very soon. Two Catalonias. This is the title of Netflix's new documentary on the political situation in the country to be released on September 28th. Focusing on last December's election, the film tackles the ideological conflict underlying the independence bid. Former President Puigdemont, opposition head Inés Arrimadas, imprisoned ex-minister Raül Romeva, the film has some of Catalonia's most notable politicians speaking on camera. Translated into 42 languages, the documentary has the potential to reach 130 million viewers. Imagine being a child, no family nearby, arriving in a new land. This is what many unaccompanied minor migrants face, having left their homes and all that was familiar far behind them. And Catalonia is no exception.
The number of unaccompanied minor migrants arriving in Catalonia is rising, as migration routes are shut off and borders closed. In July and August alone, nearly 1,000 children came to the country with no family by their side, overwhelming child services. Although the Catalan government has pledged to take in migrants, it is no an easy task, especially when children are involved. Many new arrivals have been sleeping in police stations for several days, an instant remedy to a complicated situation maybe, but unsustainable.
Y no es posible que haya menores durmiendo en las comisarías. Es inaceptable. Es inaceptable. Por lo tanto, que se haga el máximo esfuerzo. Estamos hablando de chicos muy jóvenes que tienen que tener la atención adecuada, que no solo es encontrarles una cama y alimento, sino que es también el acompañamiento, la formación.
The government has ordered the children to be transferred to special centers dedicated to taking in those who have left all they know thousands of miles behind them, on the other side of the horizon. The problem is, however, that the centers are stretched to their limits. They have had no time to prepare for taking in more lost children. There is not enough staff to attend to each child's needs. For One Child Protection Collective, the government needs to guarantee their welfare.
S'està fent des de fa mesos un sobreesforç d'acollida, però hi ha moments que senzillament aquella nova persona o aquella situació que, a més, sense referents a aquell nen ni sense coneixement, poden posar en risc el que hi ha dins.
In February 2017, 160,000 people took to the streets, calling for more action to welcome those who, in many cases, have risked their lives to make it to European soil. Although immigration and the refugee crisis is a highly contentious issue, the city of Barcelona has often been outspoken in taking more people in.
If you love theatre and are in Barcelona these days, there's a modern reworking of the Shakespearean Pericles, Prince of Tyre, on stage. It's called Mayoral, and the Dagol Dagom company is behind it. The classic had never before been performed in Catalonia or in Spain. It's interpreted using music by Lluís Llach, Catalan singer-songwriter and anti-Franco activist. The original play also takes place between modern-day Lebanon and Libya, inasmuch the theatre company also seized the occasion to set the backdrop as that of the refugee crisis. And if theatre is not your thing, don't worry, because Barcelona is celebrating its local holidays these days, kicking off today. And there's a lot to do. The city will be transformed into a festival site, with street performances and hundreds of different activities all over the place. Catalonia's cultural heritage will be on full display, from spectacles from correfocs to human towers, dances from the sardana to bastoners, and of course, parades filled with traditional gegant and nans statues. And of course, tons of music. The streets of Barcelona will be the stage both for international and local bands, with some of Catalonia's most well-known groups performing. If you're interested in La Mercè and its highlights, don't miss the section we've published on our website. And with this, we finish today's show. We leave you with Rosalia, a Catalan artist who's becoming a hit all around the world and has 5 nominations for the Latin Grammys. Enjoy, and see you on Tuesday.
Tan fría como la nieve, cuando cae desde el cielo, cuando sales por la puerta, pienso que no vuelve nunca, y si no te agarro fuerte.